everybody, welcome to Knitting Universe. This is my third episode actually, third episode of FO and whips and acquisition and everything. So thanks for coming today, and let's talk about my knitting. So first of all, I was working on this project for about a month or something. I was knitting this sweater that I'm wearing right now. It's glorious sweater is Shifty by Andrea Mowry. I was knitting starting at I think the middle of February or something, and I started knitting in a different size and then realized it's just too big, so I unraveled not the whole thing, but like right after the first increase. So yeah, it's just the same number, so I went down the size that I was planned to knit. So the gauge is, the main pattern gauge is smaller than my gauge. My gauge is like 24 stitches, and Andrea Mowry's Shifty pattern is updated with a bigger gauge, but it's still 26 stitches, but mine was 24 stitches. So even though I'm using the same needle, yeah, the yarn is a little bit bigger. So my row gauge is perfect, 48 rows for 4 inches. So it was fine. I didn't really worry about anything, but the stitch gauge is kind of off, so I went down 2 size down. So I was starting with the 3rd size, but I went back and take all out and start knitting the 1st size, which should be like 30-inch bust finished measurement, but because of the gauge issues. But I'm so happy that I did it, and because I knew how the color change will happen, and how much I love the look of it, so I persevere. So I finished this one first. It took like half of March already. So yeah, this is the only sweater that I made for the month of March. It's just so pretty. I used the gray color is Big and Little sport weight, and then the color is ship gray, and the color changing Noro yarn is Noro Silk Garden Sock, and the color is S415. I think you'll be able to get it online. I got like 50% off price from I did random Googling and found this website that they are selling. So, and it fits great, and like I love it. So this is the only sweater FO that I have, and I did make a couple more slippers. One that I gave it away for to my friend, and this is another one. It's just a crochet slipper. It's a single crochet one. I don't know the name of the yarn. If I remember, or if I find the tag, I'll put it down on the show note on the bottom. And this was a gift from my friend, Instagram friend. We used to do the swap every Christmas time, and she gave me this yarn, and I just never made a sock with this. So yeah, it was great to use up the skein. And the other slipper is double crochet, and this one is also gifted yarn, like very heavy speckle, and I didn't get to make sock either. So another slipper. This one I made it in the airplane on the way to go, like it's more than 5 hours, and I could make this pair really quickly. So usually I can't make sock that fast, but the slipper, it's just so easy and so handy for traveling. But I made a pair of socks too. Let me grab it. This one happens over my travel. We went to Tennessee and North Carolina, South Carolina. My son, who is in high school, has a spring break, and he is into this roller coaster thing. So we went to amusement park, and actually I have no interest in amusement park at all. Like, I don't ride. I used to by force of my friends when I was in 20s, but I didn't really enjoy it. So I don't have any information like which park has what and which is famous and how high that is and how fast and what is innovative and popular. I don't know, but I know that my son will, he's very it's like when he is into something, he really research and he becomes an expertise usually. So he knows all this like linking of roller coaster and which park is good and which park it has more or something like that. So I asked him to find his own and give me some idea for a travel. So this time, for I think 3 nights, 4 days, we went to 2 parks, which is Carowinds. It's in North Carolina and South Carolina. It's in the border. So in the park there is a borderline that one side is North Carolina and on the other side is South Carolina. And we went that place for a roller coaster, and actually it was very slow, so you didn't have to really buy the fast lane or anything, and there's no line at all. So if you want to ride it, and you can ride it as much as you want. It was surprising. We were expecting a lot of people, but we didn't. The weather was like here, like California right now. It's like upper 50, 60 and low 40s or something. But we were expected thunderstorm or shower while we're there, but luckily we didn't have that. Somehow the weather got changed. It happens all the time. And we went to Tennessee. Our airplane landed on the Charlotte in North Carolina. From there, we rent a car and drove to Tennessee to go to Dollywood. It's in Pigeon Forge. It's about 4-hour drive, so we went there first because the operation date is kind of weird. So in Dollywood, they open on Wednesday, but not on Thursday. So we went there on Wednesday, whole day, and it was supposed to rain. It rained in the morning, like very briefly, and then it got really warm and even hot, like about 80 degrees. So it was very sunny, and it's sunnier than California that day. So I was driver, and I was backpack carrier for my son. So I had a lot of time. On Wednesday in Dollywood, I follow him everywhere, so my feet were like sore, and I was waiting, walk and wait and walk and wait. That's what I did. So I didn't do a lot of knitting, but for different park in Carowinds, North Carolina, I just let him go wherever he wants. I'm going to be here, I'm going to knit. So yeah, I had plenty of time of knitting, and the park was, you know, sometimes it's kind of loud with the loud music in the park, or yeah, but and then it got a little bit chilly outside, but still it was very comfortable for me to knit, sit and knit. There's plenty of space to sit down, so I was able to finish the whole sock. So this is what is this? This is Opal. Let me show you the skein. This is from here. So this is Opal. I can read this. And the color is here. So it's changing colors, and I think it's good for like spring color. It has a tulip on it. So this one makes this. I didn't block it yet, but I tried to match the color sequence on both pair. I usually do. I don't really that much care, but I was able to do it. And then, you know, yeah, my size of feet I usually use like 56-ish, not even 60 gram. So I can make a shorty out of it, or I can use contrasting color and make another pair, but I don't know when it's going to happen. Usually it doesn't happen that fast. So that's my FO and my whips. So last time I was talking about a lot of whips, like future project section. Maybe I shouldn't do it because a lot of things didn't happen, and I don't really have to keep track of it. Sometimes like it doesn't work. Like last time I was talking about like 3 sweaters or something. Yeah, many of them didn't work, so I was working on a different sweater after I finished this Shifty. So right now I'm working with this colorwork sweater called Esther, and it looked like this. And our yarn shop had a new yarn. It's this yarn. I should bring the tag. Okay, 1 second. So this is the yarn, Tibetan Pascali. I don't know how to pronounce exactly. It's categorized as worsted weight, and it is 70% virgin wool and 30% yak. I made in Italy, 50 gram, 137 yards each, and this is like a gray. So I love yak. It's not easy to get though, but I do love the springy and soft feeling of yak. So I decided to make that Esther sweater. I'm in the color work section, like the picture here. It has the color work on the top portion here, and then the rest of them are like pretty much basic one color, and it's a short sleeve, and I don't know if I want to make a short sleeve, but maybe. So I was working on it, so I'll show you what it looked like. I'm in the middle of the row. So this is the how much I progressed. What is this sticking out? So it was a little bit tough to choosing the color, so it's kind of yeah, this is better color wise. Oh, not this one, not this one. it's keep changing. So this is like a clay, pinky clay color. I do love it. So I definitely think this will be the top portion of the color. And then I choose my stash, the pink, because this one is not going to be used a lot. And then this kind of beige color here. I don't know if you can see it well. No, it's a little bit different. It's more warmer than that. So it's more like a beige color. And then this yellowish mustardy color in here. So I knit this maybe a little bit shorter first, and then I wasn't sure about this pink, bright pink on here and then here, because of this beige color doesn't really pop out. So I was thinking maybe I should change with a little bit darker color. So I undo it up until here because it's pink, and then reknit it, and I hated it. So I undo it again, and then pick this pink back again. This one is a little bit lighter, lighter weight, so it's a different way, but it, it's only using this much. So I knit it again, and then I finished the color work section. I haven't finished it yet. I did finish it, and I do loved it, but like the pattern here, I don't want this color be different like than this one. This is like black, and this is like creamy color. So after here, you can see a little bit of the beige going on starting here. Then after this, you are continue to knit the body with this color, and I didn't like that idea, so maybe I should knit the whole sweater with this color. So I undo it and then start knitting with this color for the body, and I didn't like it because here the mustard color and this clay kind of pinky color doesn't really pop out, right? So it I don't know, I like this part better somehow. So I'm just going to knit the body, rest of the body after this part with this instead of this color. Yeah, so I'm just going to follow whatever this is, the pattern is. So after this, you're going to make this color continue with this. So yeah, I'm not really good with color, so picking out the color takes more time than knitting itself. Maybe not true, not 100%. Knitting takes time, so but it takes me for a very long time to decide which color. I find a lot of good color with this yarn. With this kind of brownish coffee color, I do love. And I was thinking maybe black might be better on the bottom, but I do have, I can't make all things black, right? So yeah, this one should go a little bit lighter than my usual like palette. So I totally avoid the black, and then white is just too white, and I can't put all the color that I love in one sweater. You can't do that. It's not gonna be gorgeous. You have to, yeah, individual color is good, but putting it together, it's just, for me, it's just too hard. So I picked this color 3 colors, and with the pink that I have in my stash, yeah, I was able to create this, and I do love it. I do love the color, and I wanted to make the pink sweater. It's not truly pink, but this is like, I love this kind of color. So yeah, and I lost stitches right now. So I want to add the nice gray in the pattern, but this yarn doesn't have nice gray. This is the only gray they have, and it's kind of bluish. So adding this in this sweater, I don't think that will work. So yeah, I did this brick, maybe clay pink, and then this color, and then this 3 colors together. So it will be done, because I decided it's just take more time to decide something. So that's why I like undo it and reknit it and do it and reknit it and many times, and just doesn't grow. It will finish it soon enough. So that's one that in working progress sweater wise. And what else? I don't have anything as big as this. I started making a shawl like a couple months ago, and still it's like I never touched it. I know it's going to be a long-term project, so it will be there. So my planned sweater, which is last time I was talking about the Flum sweater, that I had a gauge problem with the yarn I choose, so I'm not going to make that with that yarn. It was Barocco. No, it was Lang Malu. Nice like lavender color. Yeah, my gauge is a little bit smaller, so I changed my mind. I'm gonna use different yarn. So that didn't work. And Branche, I talk about this anchor streak designer is, and I was going to use Cascade 220 that I made the vest out of it, and then undo it, and then I resoak it, and then I skein it, and I measure. I thought I have enough yarn, but I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking. So this one I started. I'm not going to keep continuing. So this is the sweater. I hold with spun right round mohair, so it's a little bit bulkier, right? I don't hate it. So on the back side here, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's not really open because that didn't block yet. So there is like a raindroppy kind of eyelets here and there. So I finished this much and decided not to continue because I think I'm going to need more yarn, and this color doesn't exist anymore. So I stopped doing it, but I'm going to still using this mohair, and I'm going to knit a sweater with something else that I pick up from Stitches West. It's a very bright pink one, but I want to hold something with it and knit a bigger gauge. It says fingering, but I want to make worsted weight sweater, so that will happen. I just need to find a pattern first. Very simple pattern. And the other one is Florarium by Teti Luxec that I was going to use Let Loppy. I think I was telling you about the gauge thing. Like I knit a different sweater the other month in February that used size 7 needle, and then the gauge was 18, and it was perfect. This pattern says using the same size of needle, I think size, I don't remember, but I think it's the same size of needle, but it has a little loose gauge. think it's 16 stitches per 4 inches. Yes. And it doesn't make sense because I got the gauge from the previous sweater. Should I go up the needle size? So I think I used size 8, but didn't work. It's still small. Then I realized the sweater was using with mohair, loopy yarn with mohair held together to get that gauge. So it's light green color. I did swatch this morning and I put it in the water. Before blocking, it was 17 stitches. So I still need one more stitch to get the gauge. So let's see how it block out. So if I can work with it. So it was kind of puzzling. And what is the point of holding mohair on a very rustic yarn? I think it will improve the texture, but I don't really want to improve texture. I don't know. I don't think it will give you significant difference by the texture. It's just going up the gauge issue. So I was like, do I need to spend extra money to buy a mohair to knit sweater, or should I go for a different size and readjusting the gauge? So I was wondering in my head, should I do this or should I do that? So after blocking, I'm going to decide how it feels, the fabric, and does it worth doing, or I should just skip the mohair and then go up the maybe needle size or go up the sweater size. So yeah, I'm still like wondering if I should do that or not. So that didn't happen. So the other one, I actually ordered a yarn from Lemon Kit. The Lemon Kit was that I bought sweater worth yarn from Stitches West, the very bright pink one, the tweedy kind of. I wasn't really going to buy that. I was going to buy a different yarn than that when I went to Stitches West. The lady was wearing the sweater. It's called Merry-Go-Round Sweater, and it's free on Ravelry, and it's a stripe sweater. I don't really wear striped sweater. I don't know. It's just I don't really crazy for the stripe. But this lady was wearing this exact color that I really love. She was using all the like purple color family with dark green base color, and the pattern the designer was wearing is very colorful, and when I see it, I didn't really, I'm not going to make that. But then this lady is wearing that, and I do love the color thing. But when I went to Stitches West, they didn't have all the colors available. But when they gathered up and went back to their place and then restock it and re-dyeing it and everything, so they had the color that I was looking for except the mohair. So I find exact mohair color. This mohair is not in stock. I didn't want to wait, then I kind of lose my interest. I don't know. So I find exact color mohair. Someone is selling on the Ravelry stash. So I contacted this person, and she was very quick. So before the actual yarn comes from the Lemon Kit, the package came first. The mohair came first. So that might be the next sweater. I don't even know if I'm going to swatch. So the body was actually working with a worsted weight yarn, but this lady who was wearing this sweater that I want to make exact same color, she didn't have the all the colors available for the worsted weight, and she used the DK weight, but hold the mohair. Mohair is very beautiful. It's not solid, it's changing color, but all the purple shade, 3 different purple shade of DK weight yarn with this interesting color of mohair held together. It's totally a different effect. So I'm gonna make that for next project of the Esther sweater that I'm working with, and I think that's my plan right now. Yeah, and I did buy the yarn from online, the lemon kits. I also buy some yarn from my travel. So like I said in the beginning, I went to a little vacation trip to North Carolina to Tennessee. So it's taking like 4 hours driving each way, both way, and I was kind of like, what can I do when my son wanted to ride all the roller coaster? If I could get away like one day or going near like yarn shop, that would be wonderful. So I just wanted to check. So I Google it, and then I find this place that I know of, which is, it's called Echoview Fiber Mills. It was in North Carolina, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's not in the residential area. Yeah, there is some house scattered. It's pretty like remoted place. I was asking this lady why this shop is here, and she said it's actually a mill, and they don't have much customers there. It's more wholesale. They sell it like yarn shop across the country, and yeah, all that. So it has storefront, so people can go buy something. They have yarn and books and all the cool things that you know of, and also like a garment and stocking like nylon stocking, but it's made out of something else, and all the like soapstone, or like, yeah, all the fun and cool things there downstairs. And then when you go upstairs, there is a you can see all the, yeah, you can see the mill from up there to the bottom. It's glass window that you can actually see the whole mills. So I was there like right at the time they opened, so there wasn't much action, and I didn't have time to stay long. So it was like in the middle stop, so we can stop by, like we stopped by about 20 minutes, including the bathroom time and everything. So we didn't spend that long time, and people are there like sorting the fiber and everything. Yeah, I recorded something, so if I can add here, I can add. If anybody interested in looking in my Instagram, I put everything, the photos and the videos there already. So I'm probably going to add at the end of the video. Yeah, it's called Echoview Fiber Mill, and I know this company because we had this yarn for a while. Yeah, we don't carry all the base, but I went to the website. They have a website, and I wanted to check out this yarn, and this is called Bunnypaca. Let me show you what it looked like. Okay, this is it. It's Echoview Fiber Mill, Bunnypaca. So it's three ply DK weight. It's 50% merino, 30% angora, and 20% alpaca. So nice, 50 gram, 125 yards. So I saw this on the website, and they have a lot of good yarns. I used one to make a cowl, and I do have some stashes of the yarn. Out of all that, I never used angora in my life. They have this angora, and they have 3 shades. One is gray, one is white, and one is this like cream color. And on the website, when I see it, it's just all gorgeous. I can't pick the color. So what I was planning is, because they do the shipping, if it's $150 or more, it's free ship. And by buying this that I want to buy, like the amount that I'm going to buy, it's over 150. So I was going to just buy it and then ship it to my house. But then when I see this, it's kind of tiny. It's 50 gram. So buying 8 skein is not a huge thing, right? So I just bought it there. Oh, it's not 3-ply, it's 2-ply DK. Anyway, so I want to make a vest out of it. I am thinking of 2 different patterns right now. Yeah, but you know how I was like, I wasn't sure if I should choose the white one and then the cream one, but I choose the cream one. And it's just the natural color of bunny, so no dyeing involved. And then I bought, from there I bought soapstone. I don't know if I bring it here. Yes, it's here. So it looked like this sweater stone. And I didn't open it yet. It looks like this. Yeah, it feels hard. And I don't know. I use glitter, and I just wanted to see how this works too. So and then I bought one small project bag, and a big tote bag. Yeah, I was so happy that I was able to visit. And you know, because I was glued to Museum Park with my son, and I can't just drop him off and then go somewhere. It's just, I want to give him emotional support. Yeah, that's what family does, right? Even though I don't do anything, but I have my knitting, so I can knit there and then waiting for him, because he's the only one. That makes me feel bad. I should write with him. That would be more fun for him and for me, but I don't enjoy writing anything. I didn't write anything. Let's see, what did I write? Did I write anything? A single thing? No, I didn't write a single thing. So yeah, it's better to go with my husband. My husband is kind of crazy about it, but he has to work, so yeah, I have to go. I had to go. So that was my trip and the knitting for the month of March. And I was filming this. I'm filming this in my yarn store, not my yarn store, the yarn store that I'm working. And I changed the direction so you don't get too bored by the scenery. Yeah, so this is kind of worsted weight section, so colorful and so nice. So I think this is all about this episode, and if I can, I'll probably add my trip after this. And yeah, I'll see you next time. next month, about a month later, with April FOs. And I hope everybody's healthy and happy and have a good life and take care. Okay? All right.